What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Listen to this, because right now it's officially T.I. and the entire King family versus 50 Cent. And this thing just escalated. We're witnessing something hip-hop has honestly never seen before, where it's not just one rapper squaring up with another, but both of their sons stepping in too, and all of them dropping 3 separate records on the same day. T.I. kicked it off with Lessons, then King followed up with Say Less, and hell up, that one was easily the most disrespectful out of the 3. And to close it out, the Money Play slid in with Miss Jackson. Now, with all this unfolding, one major point T.I. and King keep bringing up is 50 Cent allegedly having paperwork floating around saying he didn't snitch on somebody in the past, especially since it's resurfacing again with everything heating up. This whole conversation first caught fire on Twitter. I initially saw it through Raindrops Media, then other Twitter platforms started pushing it heavily. After that, it spilled over onto Instagram as the accusations about him gained momentum, even though 50 Cent already addressed this back in 2020. And I didn't want to jump on here and flat out repeat what King and T.I. were implying, because yes, T.I. has been weaving that narrative into the songs. T.I. even doubled down a couple of weeks ago, saying he had paperwork on 50 Cent and all of that. And when we talked about it before, I told y'all straight up, I don't know, I'm not confirming anything. I'm just reporting what they're claiming. But since it's circulating heavily online right now, I felt it was only right to also put 50's side, where he clearly spoke on it. He said the 2 guys he had real beef with, who were connected to the Supreme Team and Murder Inc., were all locked in and tied together. He also mentioned Jimmy Henchman specifically. According to him, neither of those camps has ever said he told them. He made it clear that neither side ever labeled him a snitch or accused him of giving up any information. He even challenged people to go look up the paperwork and the court cases themselves, saying his name isn't mentioned in any of it, and that the accusations aren't coming from those actual individuals. From how it sounded, he was probably referencing others throwing dirt. Maybe Ja Rule, maybe Irv Gotti at that time in 2020, or different voices tied to Murder Inc. pushing that narrative. I'm not sure though, and I'm not about to go dig through paperwork either. If y'all want to deep dive into court documents, that's on you. Like I've told you before, I cover what's trending and what's relevant. I've been staying on top of the news, and I know people are watching closely, but y'all already know my stance. The paperwork, debates, and street politics, that's street business. I don't co-sign telling, period. To me, there's a code, a certain silence that runs deep in Black culture because of where our parents, grandparents, and ancestors came from, and a system that was never built to protect us. And historically, when information was handed over to authority in this country, it was often twisted, weaponized, and used to harm our own people. So that context matters, whether folks want to admit it or not. No snitching, period. And listen to this. That principle goes all the way back to slavery for us. It's rooted in morals and codes and ethics, not just some trendy street slogan folks throw around online. But in today's era, let's be real, that topic brings clicks, it brings eyeballs, it brings engagement, it drives views. Half the time, it's people who don't even care about the culture who start tossing that jacket on anybody just to go viral and stir the pot. I'm not trying to play into that, but I am in this media space. And it's part of the conversation whether we like it or not. So when it's already trending, I'll address it. I know it's going to bring traffic here, and I'm going to flip it into a lesson. Because hey fam, no snitching for us traces back to survival during slavery. Let's keep that 1,000. I'm not about to let outsiders or people chasing clout with no real connection to the culture rewrite what our code of silence actually represents after 500 plus years of history. Back then, the slave catchers were basically the law, bro. The slave masters were the authority we had to stay silent around. It was simple. Mind your business. See it, don't see it. And you definitely didn't run to tell them anything, because they were looking for any excuse to break you. They would kill you. They would beat you. They would humiliate you publicly. So our people had to learn how to maneuver quietly just to survive, whether that meant hiding extra food they didn't know about, protecting the one person who could read, or planning an escape route in secret. You couldn't have somebody around who was going to fold under pressure, and that mentality carried through generations. Now, when it comes to the streets, if you sign up for that life, every man is supposed to stand on his own actions. That's the same accountability most of our parents tried to instill in us growing up.
Some of y'all still don't grasp that concept when it comes down to it. If you want to dig through paperwork and court files, go do that on your own time. I'm just addressing how people try to water this whole thing down and twist it into something else for entertainment. In our community, though, I can speak on what I saw. I'm not speaking for everybody. Our grandparents knew who was hustling on the block. They knew who was making moves out of the corner store too. They knew just about everybody in the neighborhood because the black community was tight like that. Back in the day, everybody knew everybody. That's just facts. Where my grandparents are from, they knew every single person on that block. They knew which houses were traps and who was out there getting money. They didn't run and call the police, they just stayed in their lane. They knew who was strung out and who was struggling with addiction. Everybody's family knew everybody else's family. So what happened back then? The understanding was simple. Don't bring chaos to my doorstep. Don't hurt innocent people and we'll mind our business. No loud drama, no reckless behavior. You handle what you handle. Now, yes, there were times things went wrong and innocent people got caught in situations they had nothing to do with, and that's when lines get blurred. But you get what I'm saying. Overall, the code of silence was never about being a gangster or claiming a set. It's about morals, principles, being a man and standing on what you did. Let's make that clear. Now, shifting to this 50 Cent battle with T.I. and his sons online, this is an internet war mixed with music on T.I.'s side too. They're blending their strategy with promotion all at once. T.I. has an album on the way. And honestly, I don't think 50 expected them to push it this far. Who would have predicted King stepping out and going at his mom the way he has? Who thought T.I. would crank it up like this and say, you know what, I'm taking it all the way there, knowing 50's the type to go nuclear in response. And make no mistake, he's the kind who waits patiently for the perfect moment to strike back. That's just who he is. But right now, at this moment, they're up on the scoreboard. They got exactly the reaction they wanted. 50's probably gonna sit back, observe, and pick his timing carefully, and you already know he's got something in the chamber. But as of today, they moved first, and they moved loud, like we're beating you at your own game. And for the folks online trying to force me to pick a side, relax, I'm not choosing teams here. But let's be honest, the internet has been a 50's playground for years when it comes to clowning and humiliating people, and he's built a massive following off that energy. Appreciate y'all for watching, and make sure you subscribe to the channel.